While considering response measures to climate change, the 12th Jeju Forum provided a venue to assess Jeju's green policies to become an eco-friendly island. As demand increases for discussions and cooperation in the global community to address environmental issues, we heard what the experts had to say. Jeju-do is receiving attention as an island of eco-friendly alternative energy. Green policies are in the works to produce all energy through sustainable means, such as solar and wind power by 2030, and to have electric cars account for 100% of all vehicles. Discussions on environmental issues and climate change took center stage in Jeju. Former U.S. Vice President Al Gore attended the 12th Jeju Forum as an environmental activist. He delivered a session titled Challenge and Opportunity of Climate Change. Is a better growth possible?
To stand up and shake off the blindness of the past and do the right thing. And part of the answer will be that Jeju and many other communities led the way, and people realize that political will to act is itself a renewable resource.
The former vice president thought highly of Jeju-do Island's carbon-free 2030 project.
The climate movement, powered in part by the vision and enthusiasm here in Jeju, powered by the millions of people around the world who are pushing to give hope to the next generation, realize that this is a simple question as well.
Former Vice President Gore wasn't the only participant to say that Jeju-do Island will be a model for the world as a testbed of renewable energy sources.
Jeju, this province, is taking a really leading role in showing that you can reduce emissions, yes, that you can even not have emissions at all. So we are discussing how that can be done in Jeju and how that experience can be shared with other countries.
Early this month, U.S. President Trump announced his withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord, which is aimed at reducing greenhouse gases. His move created confusion in international efforts to collectively prevent global warming.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
However, scholars attending the Jeju Forum criticized Trump's departure and called for the U.S. to continue efforts to reduce greenhouse gases.
The structure of the Paris Climate Agreement is exactly what the United States has been asking for going back to 1997. If President Trump does decide to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, or worse yet, if the United States actually withdraws from the umbrella agreement, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, it is going to make life very difficult for the United States in negotiations on other matters.
Close cooperation between Korea, China, and Japan in Asia was also emphasized to respond to climate change. One of the solutions for green cooperation in Northeast Asia is the supergrid. This is a system connecting Korea, China, and Japan to electric power generated in Mongolia through wind and solar energy.
If you can connect the grids of the different countries in the region, we can bring clean energy from Mongolia, where there is a large potential, to the markets where there is very high demand, and we can also even out the needs between the countries.
Many Asian nations are suffering severe desertification due to reckless destruction of their forests. The importance of conserving and restoring forests was brought up as they're the only way to absorb greenhouse gases.
산림을 복원하게 되면 그런 기상재해 조절 기능을 갖게 되고 또 많이 알고 계시는 것처럼 산림에서 온실가스를 흡수하기 때문에 우리는 탄소 감축량으로 이걸 카운트해 줄 수가 있습니다. 그리고 근래에 그 재생에너지로서 또한 이제 각광을 받고 있는 그런 바이오매스, 그 중에서 우드 펠렛이라고 하는 그런 연료 개발하는 데 있어서도 산림이 큰 역할을 할 것이기 때문에 복원이 대단히 중요하다고 생각이 됩니다.
On the last day of the forum, an event was provided for participants to climb Jeju's volcanic cones called Odum, taking in the natural settings and touring renewable energy facilities. The participants had a chance to reflect on the environmental and climate change related issues discussed at the forum.
Jeju is a kind of beacon for the world in some ways for its renewable energy. So I think it's a great way to, Grashili is a great place to learn the culture, the nature and even the renewable energy of Jeju Island.
앞으로 이제 그 에너지에 대해서 관심을 가질 수 있는 그런 계기가 되었다고 보고 앞으로 더 많은 관심과 애정을 가질 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
The Jeju Forum was a venue to share concerns over the environment, leaving a message of cooperation for the preservation of humankind. It was a meaningful occasion, calling for international response measures, as the U.S. withdrawal from the Paris Accord plunges the world into a new climate change crisis.